no stopping this one way.
In this video, we visit Universal's Islands of Adventure Marvel Superhero Island for a ride on Doctor Dooms Fearfall. Doctor Dooms Fearfall, which opened in May 1999 along with the rest of the park, is a so-called space shot ride or drop tower that uses compressed air to rapidly propel riders up the tower and then gently lower them with a series of air-cushioned bounces back to the loading platform. There definitely was a surge in the popularity of drop rides around the late 90s and early 2000s. By the late 1990s, engineering and safety technologies had evolved to a point where taller, faster, and more complex rides could be constructed more reliably and safely. The end of the 20th century also brought about a renewed interest in theme parks and amusement rides, partly fueled by the economic prosperity of the time and the turn of the millennium being a symbolic moment. I've always had a love-hate relationship with drop rides, not only because of my fear of heights, but also because of the always long queues and a very traumatic experience on a drop tower in Germany, but that might be something for another video. That's also the reason why I only went on this attraction for the first time in 2022, despite having visited Island since its opening. My wife did go on it back in 1999. But now that our daughter dared to, I said, let's go do this. The ride's story involves Doctor Doom harnessing riders' fear to fuel a weapon to defeat the Fantastic Four. The theming and decoration of the attraction certainly come across as simple and cheap in the current time, just like the rest of Marvel Superhero Island. That's why there are now plans to change this area and that of The Simpsons and at the same time break ties with Disney. Because if there's one thing Universal has disliked for a while, it's the large presence of Disney in their parks. Even though Marvel's Superhero Island may be somewhat dated by current standards, it contains a lot of details and Easter eggs. There's something hidden in every corner. Does anyone have an idea what these markings represent? Let us know in the comments. In the evening, everything becomes more atmospheric and intimate, and theme parks are certainly no exception to this. The view from this ride is completely different compared to daytime. A great tip is to ask the team member who manages guest distribution if it's possible to get a spot on the park side with a view of Hogwarts and Velocicoaster. This makes the ride so much better. As you can see here, the Express Line's theming, or lack of, is nothing to write home about. Either these kids have ridden this ride many times or they are so excited they need to blow off some steam. Even though we were there during the busiest time of the year, you can see that there was hardly any queue, and the group in front of us even let us go ahead. Very kind of them. As you can see here, we're queuing to the right side. This is the side with views of the park.
Yeah.
Much of the atmosphere of this ride and its queue lines is composed of loud industrial types of music and sound effects. What's taking so long? Every step of this ride's queue line took ages, even though there were hardly any guests. Well, I guess we needed another safety check. Better safe than sorry, right? Let's do this again, but now in slow motion. Let's pause for a sec. Apparently, guests drop, lose, or throw stuff while on this ride. But what is all this actually? If you've got an idea, please drop it in the comments. Now let's continue.
Doctor Dooms is at hand.
Thank you for your fear test subjects to escape. Pull down, then push up. Pull down, then push up. Pull down to refuse, then push up.
The ride is 56 meters high, but the drop is only 45 meters with a speed of around 60 kilometers per hour. This ride is already an oldie, and compared to others, a basic model. I can also say that as far as drop rides are concerned, this one is very short, quite mild, and certainly not more intense than, for example, the Tower of Terror at Disney. What makes this ride particularly interesting is the beautiful view over the Universal Orlando Resort, but otherwise not worth standing in line for. Just skip this and do another ride on Velocicoaster. And instead of the standard cliché, exit through the gift shop, this time we have an exit through the amusement arcade filled with video games, pinball machines, electromechanical and redemption games, and other stuff like air hockey tables. Apparently this arcade is run by Marvel's baddie the Kingpin, you know, the brainwasher or Wilson Grant Fisk. I guess you gotta have some kind of theme to cover up the fact that this is obviously just a quick cash grab. I wonder which one is indeed a smarter move and will burn a bigger hole in my wallet, an amusement arcade or a gift shop.
Thank you for watching, and feel free to check out one of these other videos. Don't forget to subscribe and join our socials.